Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Sel and I make videos about adult coloring and art. In this video, I'm going to share with you a long overdue art supplies and coloring books that I've acquired through the months of June through September. So let's dive in. Before I share my haul, I want to show you a new cabinet that I acquired from Facebook Marketplace at a really good price. And this cabinet holds all my coloring stuff in one place. And if you notice, there's an Alex drawer next to it. So it also holds painting supplies and sketchbooks and stuff. But this cabinet will hold only coloring stuff. The top drawer is empty because it's actually broken. I'm having it fixed. The second drawer is empty as well because I can't reach it. This is 5 feet 10. The third drawer has some pencils and crayons. Then the next drawer has some coloring books that I'm planning to color in September and maybe October. So I have plans for these books. And then the next drawer is actually empty because these are for my project books. All of them are out right now because I'm doing something with them. So they're for my project books. And then the next drawer below is for coloring books that I may or may not color in the future. That sometimes I color in, sometimes I don't. So just random books that may or may not be touched. Then the drawer below is for reference books. So these are books that I'll pull out regularly just to check out inspiration, or if I want to learn some techniques or practice learning how to color with pencils, oil pastels, watercolor, etc. I've shown you this book before, but it's so beautiful that I wanted to show you again. Just a quick flip through. And then this is a colored pencil practice book that really teaches you techniques for coloring fur, coloring gems, glass, porcelain, food, etc. And then the drawer below is for the coloring supplies. So I currently have Inktense and Neocolors too down there. And then these are for the vlog, batteries and whatever, microphones. And the bottom drawer is for books that I've already completed. So what I consider as completed books and some other books that I don't take out. And Mini is there, but it shouldn't be. So I wanted to show you my my old coloring books. So these are coloring books that were given to me before I even joined the coloring community. So I colored these on my own in 2020, 2021. So this is the animal coloring book from Smithsonian or DK maybe. And this is the coloring book that I bought a long time ago, and I colored mostly with watercolors. I may show you a flip through of my finished pages in that, the Tokyo Street Style Coloring Book. The first book I have here is Mythographic Aviary by Joseph Katimbang. This one I got from a book sale. There was a book sale caravan that went through our town in June, I think, and this was really affordable compared to the price that it was in on Amazon or in the bookstores. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this book. I haven't actually opened it. I've seen a couple of flip-throughs before, and I knew that this is one of his best works right before the Dragon Book. And some people complain that it has a lot of birds. I mean, it is called aviary for a reason, and I do like the style of his work. I thought of getting this from Amazon Japan. It was way more expensive at the time in Amazon Japan, including shipping, but I'm glad that I didn't at the time, because I read a review and a Japanese reviewer, said that if you don't mind copy-pasted illustrations, then you wouldn't mind this one. So I get what that person means. For instance, this bee looks like it's the exact same bee as this one, just copied, and same with these butterflies. They're copied and then changed positions, same as these bees. They look exactly the same. So yeah, these are shortcuts that digital illustrators unfortunately do to save time. This phoenix, is just a reverse version of each other. Oh, well, this one has flames and this one has icicles, but still, it's the same bird. I don't mind. I'm sure that I can still find enjoyment in coloring these illustrations. Right, that's Mythographic Aviary by Joseph Katimbang. The next book I have to show is a coloring book from Temu. I got a bunch of coloring books from Temu, and this one is one of them. I sent back the others because it was a lot. It was like really thick coloring book that I would never be able to color in my lifetime, and very detailed too. Yeah, this is from Temu, and it's very similar to the Shogun Princess book that I got from Amazon Japan. So I was curious, and you know how much I like to color girls as well as drawing them, and this one didn't disappoint. I'm not sure if this is AI, but it's all right for me. It's the glassy eyes, the anime style of this, the vintage anime style of this really brings me back to childhood, and yeah, I can't wait to color these. Girls in flowers and girls in princessy dresses. It really brings back the inner child in me. When I was a child, I always made up stories about girls and princesses, and I love to draw, so I would draw girls and in different dresses and outfits and make stories about them in my head. And I did that with my dolls too. And I especially loved like hair, drawing hair, and doing different things with hair. Oh, this one I actually colored. This one using water-based markers, my pastel water-based markers. It's not done, but yeah, I just wanted to see how it would work. The only complaint about this book is the background. I wish that the background was just plain white, because then I have to think of something that won't clash with the background. So it constrains the colors that I'm able to use. There it is. The paper quality is thick. It's actually a thick paper. No, not too thick. Thicker than Amazon paper, definitely. So I'd probably be able to use watercolors on these, water-based markers. It's single-sided, so I mean double-sided. Yeah, it's double-sided, so you can't use alcohol markers on these. But these are super affordable if you're looking for similar coloring books. There are a series of these. I just got one of the books in the series. So that is, I didn't even translate this, so I presume it's like girl, princess, flower, whatever coloring book. Yes, that is from Temu. Another one that is a similar coloring book. This is from Daiso, and I got this on a recent trip to Singapore, and I checked out Daiso, and they had a couple of coloring books that came out, and this is one of them. So this is interesting because it's more of a close-up of the girls, and then you have these stickers that you stick on the nails, like nail stickers and hair accessories, earrings, ribbons, things like that, and berets. It's quite fun for, you know, girls. I'm not sure if I am going to use the stickers. Here the eyes are actually colored in, so you don't have to do that. You can see how it's more close-up of the girl, so it's a focus on the hair, the nails, the jewelry, rather than the clothes. And this is what I had finished. Did this using acrylic markers. I can see that my daughter had colored in the opposite picture without me knowing. Probably they thought that it's a coloring book for my daughter. Yeah, it's fun because you can really practice like coloring people if you're not comfortable, or if you like coloring people. This is a good way to practice, and I think I'm going to use for this I used acrylic markers because it was fast, but maybe for the others I might use either watercolors, or I'm not sure if I want to spend that much time with pencils, but who knows. There are a lot of pages, so I can experiment with different media. I also have new gel crayons, might be able to work well on this. So some of the pages have colored in eyes and background and skin, but others you have to color yourself, so that's pretty clever. So I was wondering, like, how did I color this skin? I don't remember coloring this skin, and then it's pre-colored. Yeah, so I just colored the rest of her. So, and again, you can make up stories about these characters. They look like they're a pop singer group because they all have microphones. So yeah, and these are the stickers. It looks like somebody had put in this eye sticker. It's all right. So I'm glad that I was able to recover this from my daughter. So that is the Girls Pop Idols coloring book from Daiso. The next book I got from Amazon. I have this in my cart for a while before deciding to purchase because it was on sale, and then it was free shipping to me, so I got it. And this one is, you've seen this before from other colorists, coloring YouTubers. Yeah, I've seen this in a couple of channels, and the paper is alright. It's thicker than Amazon paper, I think. Yeah, nothing much to say except that it lives up to the hype. Very, very cute, and makes me excited for the holidays. Yeah, these are very, very cute. So that's Color Me Christmas for kids. And then the next coloring book, this is actually the last one. It's the Harry Potter Unofficial Sweets and Treats coloring book. Because of this book, I watched Harry Potter in the movies. I never watched them before. I've read the books multiple times, but I watched the movies for the first time just to see how they, showed these sweets and treats, and just to remember what Hogwarts looked like, or what that world looked like. And they didn't really show that much in terms of the sweets and the candies, but so I think this will be left to our imagination. But what I like about this book, when I saw flip through on somebody's channel, is that the illustrations are obviously hand drawn, and it's so fun, just so dynamic, and you really get the bang for your buck because of the amount of hand-drawn illustrations per page. And it's not like wallpapery, or like a small illustration in the middle and then all white space. It's just each page is full of illustration, so it's really worth every cent. And it's larger. I think this may be A4 size, I'm not sure, but it's quite a large book. It's double-sided, so you're not gonna be able to use your alcohol markers. And the line art is the weight of the lines are thinner than usual. The Color Me Christmas, I don't quite like the heaviness of the lines in the drawings, but for this is just perfect. If I were to color this today, I won't be able to know where to start. But it just feels like it's going to be so nice and cozy to sit down and color one of these pages. It's something that I won't rush, and I'll probably just take my time and use pencils to enjoy the process. You know what I mean? Some books you just rush it because it's not worth your time, like Minimania, you know, but these books are really, really precious. Alright, those are my coloring books that I purchased, and the next set of books are actually reference books. So first I want to show you this oil pastel Bible. I believe that I haven't shown this on my channel before, but this is another art book that I got from Temu, and it's in Chinese, but I was able to translate using Google Translate, and it's a legit art book. And I'm going to try to learn how to color or how to paint with oil pastels. I did buy the Manggil oil pastels way back in December or January, and I've never even opened the box. So I want to be able to learn how to use it, and maybe I can make paintings, or I can color with them in the coloring books. I thought that this book could help me to, you know, learn at my own pace. I really like learning from books rather than videos. So if you're on the lookout, or if you're trying to learn how to use oil pastels, I recommend looking into Temu. Actually, if you're looking at to learn how to use different art mediums, Temu has a lot of art books. They have oil painting, they have watercolors, botanical watercolors, colored pencils, and they're legit art books too. It's just that they're in Chinese, so you have to translate them. But for the price, I've seen similar books in Kinokuniya in Japanese, and they're like 5 times, 10 times the price. So okay, got landscapes, which I like to do. Oh, they also give practice pictures. I didn't know that. So there are postcard, feels like card, and you can practice on these, I guess. What is this? I'll translate that later. Okay. Pastoral paintings. Yeah, so I can't wait to begin my oil pastel lessons. Another art book that I got from Temu is the Lofter Illustrators book postcard collection. Actually, I was just after the Illustrators book, but it came as a double. It's got the postcard collection and the book. So the postcard collection is just the postcard version of the illustrations in the book. So let's check it out. I was surprised that it came in this format, like as a collection with such a nice packaging, because the price that I paid for these is not bad. More expensive than usual, but just check out the quality. So let's check out the book, okay? So this book is a collection of 100 illustrations by illustrators in the Lofter platform. I'm not sure what the Lofter platform is, but it's a platform for illustrators, and I think it's in China. So these are their illustrations, like a portfolio, and it's arranged alphabetically per illustrator's name. And so I got this because I thought that this would be a good reference book for color palette ideas. I usually look for color palette ideas on Pinterest, but this is fantastic because it's something that you're not going to find online, that only you have if you have this book. And yeah, you learn a thing or two about colors, and I like illustrations. I consider myself an illustrator, more not digital though, although I did try to learn digital illustration and I can do it, but I love seeing other people's illustrations and works, and to be compiled in this book, it's fantastic. I can always, refer to it, look at it before going to bed, before coloring. It's really, really fantastic book, guys. So very, very different styles as well. So you've got cutesy, and then you've got like fantasy, anime, and then you've got the scenery, landscapes, and some painterly. So some of the illustrations that I like, I translated the contents on the page, the text, just so I could know more about the illustrator and about the pictures. Yeah. And like I said, it's 100 images or 100 illustrators. And then this is the postcard. So it's not a book, it's like if you open it up, it's like they come like this, postcards. So yeah, that is my very, very precious Lofter Illustrators book. Collection. And then the last reference book that I have to share is the complete Brambly Hedge. This is funny because it arrived from Amazon like this. It's very thick. I was so excited, and then when I opened it, ta-da! It's upside down. The thing is upside down. The binding. I'm not kidding. So this is the cover. The cover is upside down from the book. So in order to read it, you actually have to do this, and then there it is. You got the book. It's so weird. I still don't understand how they could have made this mistake. Anyway, I didn't want to send it back, so I just kept it. So I got the complete stories of Brambly Hedge because I wanted to use the illustrations here as a reference for coloring the Brambly Hedge coloring books. I got the seasons one, is it? One with the seasons, not the Christmas one. But I was disappointed because it was a lot of wallpaper and only really a couple of like full page illustrations. The other pages have small bits of characters for coloring, and it just wasn't. I was so disappointed that I sent it back. So now I'm left with just this, with nothing to reference it for. But I think I can still use this to as a reference for other books, such as Eerie, or the Yuri, those Japanese books with animals. Because I do like the watercolor illustrations of Jill Barkley, and just the softness of the watercolors. So yeah, I've always liked this type of illustration. So that is why I'm keeping this book as a reference for watercolor illustrations in other books. Alright, that's it. I'm very, very happy with this book, by the way. Aside from the problem with the cover, I'm still very happy. You can actually get individual books of the Brambly Hedge stories, but this is just a compilation of all of them. I'm not sure if my daughter will be interested in the stories. I think she's too little to appreciate this, but hopefully when she's a bit older, I'll get her into the Brambly Hedge world, and I'm sure that she would appreciate the drawings as well here. And it's good that I have this, because then for not only for my own coloring and painting, but it's for her as well. I just have to explain why it's all upside down. And then the last thing I wanted to show, this is not a book, but it's an interesting item that I got from Temu again. This one is, let me zoom you in. This is a color wheel. I haven't actually used it, but I thought that it was interesting and useful. So when I'm trying to think of colors that work together, like opposite colors or adjacent colors, complementary colors, then I can refer to this. And it's good because it's got like on the front, it's got like these holes that say like this is what it looks like when you add like the opposite color. You've got extra shades, and then the values of each shade of each color are also there. Like if I move the grays like that, that would be the value. And then on the opposite, on the other side, you've got like the complementary, split complementary, triad colors. And then you can also see the like harmonious color schemes, and the monochromatic color schemes of each color. It's very, very handy for such a small thing, and I keep it on my desk for when I'm coloring or when I'm painting. yeah, so that is everything that I got. I did get some coloring supplies, but I'm not sure if you'd be interested in those, because those are like things that you've already seen before, like ink tents, neon colors, some acrylic markers, and I feel like those are like a bit boring to talk about. So yeah, a lot of people are into the gel pens now, and I don't have any of those. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you can share, like, and subscribe, support the channel. September is my birthday month, so I am trying to spend a lot of time with family, still trying to color and keep the channel alive. I hope that you stay with me, stick with me, be patient with me, because I don't regularly post videos, but I am trying. Believe me, I am trying to motivate myself. Thank you so much for watching and being here with me. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.